Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Vype Media. Welcome to Leander High School for this broadcast between the Leander Lions and your Liberty Hill Panthers. My name is Brian Reed with Quality Assurance by Les Cleary. Student Event Care, our technical director here at Vype Media. I'll be calling the action tonight, as I will throughout most of the season. For Liberty Hill, they got a great start to their district play. Back on Tuesday night, they shut out the Leander Lions. 10 runs in 5 innings. It was a run rule victory. Jordan Andrews on the mound, pitching all 5 of those innings and only allowing 1 base hit. And I believe 1 or 2 walks. I still have my scorebook right here. I could actually go check that. And the answer is he had a walk. Had a walk, and the only other base runner to reach besides the walk, and that was a strikeout wild pitch. So he was pretty dialed in on the mound. He'll be playing first base tonight. And batting third, as he usually does. Batting first, as usual, is Lowry, followed by Calvert, Jordan Andrews. As already mentioned, Carson Sharp batting cleanup. Davis batting fifth. Richter batting sixth. Seventh is Gage. New and Schwander batting eighth. And in the 9 hole, Make Van. For the Leander Lions, on the mound today is going to be Jax Ruin. He'll be on the mound and DHing for himself. He'll be throwing to Brody Martin, who at first base will be Tyler Mormon. At third base, Kevin Davis. Shortstop is Dominic Camarillo. Left field is Kipton Field. Center field is Max Smedley. And in right field, Kellen Heritage. So Journey Lyer will step in. It's on the softball field next door. They're actually playing the national anthem, which is kind of funny when they kind of overlap like that. So Lowry steps in, swings that bat around. Ruin working from the stretch. Throws one at the top of the zone for a strike on Lowry. The sun is brutal right now, and I'm waiting for it just to go down just a slight bit. I can't even see my computer screen as Lowry swings that one, fouls it back, quickly behind 0-2. It's 320 down each line here in Leander High School, 360 to center. Slightly bigger than it is at Liberty Hill, where it's 310 down the line, 350 to center. That one misses outside, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lowry. Infield playing straight on. The wind is coming in on the players just slightly. I'm not sure if the flags are in my camera shot. Yes, they are. Jax with a leg kick and the delivery. And Lowry fouls that one back again. Lowry swings that bat around. Infield playing pretty straight on. The 1-2. Takes one outside. Doesn't get the call is Jax. Good take by Lowry. Evens things up at 2-2. Jax gets his pitch. And the delivery. Lowry fouls that one back again. And almost caught by Calvert in the on-deck circle with his bare hands. Top of the first. Nobody on, nobody out. Lowry waiting for 2-2. Here it comes, and he fouls it back again. Just getting a little bit underneath it. Lowry swinging that bat around. Jack's ready. Leg kick and the delivery. Floats one upstairs, and Lowry has worked a full count after being down 0-2. Swinging that bat around. Leg kick and the delivery. And he fouls it up the third base side. Lowry is really fighting in this opening at-bat. Jax gets the sign very quickly here. Takes his time. Another payoff pitch. And that is inside, ball 4. What an at-bat by Journey Lowry, drawing the lead-off walk. That's what Lowry does. He gets on base. Tuesday night, he got on base 3 times and scored 3 runs. Panthers stole 3 bases last time. And like the run game, Lowry leaning back towards first. He's got a sliding glove on. First pitch to Caleb Calvert, misses upstairs for a ball. Caleb Calvert last time out, reached twice with a double and a walk, had 1 run scored and struck out and flew out. Throw back over to first, and Lowry's back safely. The dugout for the Panthers is very loud. One of the louder dugouts I've heard for as far as baseball is concerned. For softball, it's hard to compete with those girls. 0-1 pitch, and big swing and miss there by Caleb. Stepping out of the box. Jack's taking his time in this at-bat. Shows bunt, pulls the bunt back. Lowry on the move to throw down to second will be high. And Lowry gets himself in with a stolen base. So Journey Lowry gets into scoring position for Caleb Calvert. The count is 2-1. Infield playing a little shallow now. As that one's in there for a strike, it is 2-2. Checks back towards second, the 2-2 pitch, and Caleb lifts that one foul out of play. We'll do it again. Calvert playing a pretty squared stance. Now calls time. Calvert waiting for it. Checks back the runner at second. And he swings and misses through that one. They're going to call that one a foul tip. Strikeout either way, the first out of the inning. That will bring up Jordan Andrews, playing first base tonight. Goes back and forth between first base and on the mound. Infield still playing pretty shallow on the left side. Andrews is a lefty with an open stance, and that one's in there low. So his downfall ball is going to go his direction, but third baseman's playing almost kind of parallel with the bag. Jordan's waiting for a 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. And he swings and misses through that one. It is 1-1. Checking back the runner once again. 1-1 pitch. That one almost kind of bounces in there. For a second there, I think they kind of I think almost like Andrews had told Lowry to move on over to third, but wisely goes back to second. Checks back Lowry. The 2-1 to Andrews. Down bounce in there. Now one gets away from the catcher, and now Lowry's going to come over to third base. It's a 3-1 count. On Andrews. It's picking up where I am. Carson Sharp in the on-deck circle. Comes a 3-1, and that one is low for a ball 4. Second walk allowed by Jackson. That will bring up Carson Sharp. Walk things off back on Tuesday night with a double, and he absolutely crushed one to center field. Sharp also plays catcher and will pitch every now and then. Usually likes to pitch in relief or close games out, but has started a few games, including in the semifinals last season. Pitch misses upstairs. Pitch. That is in there for a strike on Sharp. One out, runners at the corners. Lowry at third base, Andrews at first. One. That one bounces in there. Blocked by the catcher. We're going to do it again in 2-1. And the 2-1. And that one bounces in there. It's 3 balls, 1 strike on Sharp. Andrew still over at first base. Usually when Andrews is pitching, they have a courtesy runner in for him, but not today. He is playing first, so naturally he'll have to run for himself. Jack steps off the rubber. Sharp waiting for a 3-1 pitch. Leg kick and the delivery. And he looks at one low for ball 4, and that is the third walk allowed by Jackson. Andrews is going to move on over to second. And we are going to get a courtesy runner in. I believe that is number 16. And that'd be Gavin Flores. Hard to tell from my angle, but that's what it looks like. Catcher, you're allowed to have a pinch runner in for. So Chase Davis will step in now. Davis reached twice back on Tuesday night on a hit by a pitch and a single. Actually, he reached 3 times. He scored 1 run. Hit by a pitch, a base hit, and a walk. So bases full of Panthers. First pitch to Davis. That one misses inside. That hits him. That hits Davis, and that's going to be the first run of the game for the Panthers as Lowry comes on home. Flores moves on over. Sorry, Andrews moves over to third. Flores moves on over to second. And it's 1-0. Panthers still have 1 out. Bases loaded for the designated hitter, Richter. So So Jackson Richter getting his first at-bat. The Panthers have one run. They haven't had a hit yet. It's all been on walks. Only out on the strikeout. Pitch misses upstairs on Richter. Richter waiting for a 1-0 pitch. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Andrews over at third base. Have Flores at second, and we have Davis over at first. 1 out here in the top of the first score. 1-0 Panthers over Lions. Panthers with a really big opportunity here in the top of the first inning. Jax is ready. 2-0 pitch to Richter. And that one misses upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Right now, Panthers players might be content with just keeping the bat on their shoulder. As Brady Gage in the on-deck circle. As Richter really crowding that plate. The 3-0. And that is outside for a ball 4. That is the 4th walk for Jax this inning as Andrews comes on home to score. Panthers got 2 runs on no hits, 4 walks. So Flores moves on over to third base. Davis moves on over to second. Richter on over to first. Brady Gage will step in. And we're going to have a conversation on the mound. Panthers have gotten all their base runners on walks and hit by pitch. 4 walks this inning by Jax Ruin. And a hit by pitch to Davis. Going up for the Lions. Brady Gage will step in. Going back to Tuesday night, he reached twice with a couple of hits and 2 runs scored. Panthers have yet to even get a ball in play. First pitch to Gage. Misses outside. That is 5 consecutive pitches outside the zone. Make that 6, actually, if we count the hit by pitch on Davis. A 1-0. And that one's right in there for a strike. You have Flores over at third base. Davis at second. Richter over at first. Top of the first inning, 1 out. Panthers in front, 2-0. The 1-1. That one gets all the way to the backstop, and everyone's going to have to retreat as it took a great hop right back to Martin. Flores wisely deciding not to run towards home plate. That took a tremendous hop right back to Martin behind the plate. Gage waiting for a 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. This is upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike on Gage. Neuenschwander in the on-deck circle. Sun is going down and he's looking much nicer here. I'm not sure it looks on the camera. Hard to really tell. So the lights aren't fully on yet here at Leander High School. Mercury is dropping 2. Wind dying down, though, 3-1. And Gage swings and misses with that one, maybe a little bit high. And it's a full count on Brady Gage. And a payoff pitch. Gage fouls that one up the first base sign. We'll do it again. Gage waiting for a payoff. Here it comes. That is in and is low for another walk. That is the 5th walk allowed. And it's now 3-0 Panthers as Flores comes on home. Davis moves to third. Richter to second. Gage at first base. The 8th batter to bat this inning is Neuenschwander. And to give you stats for last week, reached twice with 2 runs scored. There'll still no hits for the Panthers as Neuenschwander looks at one low. Top of the first, 3-0. Panthers still have no hits. See, right now, though, the way things are going, it's quite all right. That pitch misses inside. Wind definitely dying down just a bit. Jacks with leg kick in the delivery. That one's foul back of the screen. That actually made me flinch ever so slightly as it's going right at my head. There's a big old fence right in front of me. Never had the ball come at me calling a game. Actually be able to get to it. Even in basketball, I've called basketball games courtside. Never had that happen. Bit interesting, but I've seen it happen before. Seems like it'd be a lot of fun, though. The 2-1 pitch. Now misses inside on Neuenschwander. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. Jacks has faced 8 batters so far. He has struck out 1. He has walked 5 and has 1 hit by a pitch. He's 1 pitch away from walking 6 batters in an inning. The 3-1. And that's another walk. That's the 6th of the inning. It's now going to be 4-0. Coming on home is Davis. Richter moves over to third. Gage moves over to second. Neuenschwander at first base. And another conversation on the mound as McVan steps in. He is the 9th batter this inning for the Panthers, leading 4-0. Yeah, I say Dominguez still warming up in the bullpen. So it looks like that was the end of the night for Jacks. He's heading back towards the dugout. And Max Schmedley, who is normally who's playing center field tonight, it's like he's going to make his way to the mound. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Schmedley's going to come to the mound. As Jack's Ruins night is over, and not a good night for him. Faced 8 batters, struck out 1, walked 6, and 1 hit by a pitch. He gives up 4 runs. As the Panthers are about to send their 9th batter to the plate without having a single hit. That is just crazy. Not something you see very often. One of the reasons, though, I do love high school sports is sometimes you just get some craziness going on. And this is just one of those kind of games. But a dream start for the Panthers. Back on Tuesday night, they had a 6-run third inning where they sent 11 batters to the plate. With all the walks that they have had and no hits, almost could say it's kind of fortunate, because if there was any hits here, it'd be a lot worse right now for the Lions. But
no pitching for your Lions. Number 3, Max Smith.
So McVann's going to step in. Give you his Tuesday stats. He reached on a walk last week and on a fielder's choice. No runs scored, though. One of 3 players last week not have a run score in that 10-0 victory. Lowry, who began this inning, is in the on-deck circle. And time taken here is the catcher, Martin, I think, is having a bit of issue with his mask. Maybe it's the pitch comm he's got going on. He's got something in his ear. First pitch. And that is on the outside corner for a strike on McVann. As Smedley steps off the mound. The 0-1. That one bounces in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the first. Bases loaded, 1 out. Richter at third base. Gage at second. Neuenschwander at first. Panthers lead 4-0. The 1-1. That one floats in there for a strike on McVann. One, 2. And McVann swings and misses through that one. Chases one outside. And that is the second out of the inning. Panthers break my scorebook, though. Back at the top of the order, 10th batter this inning is Journey Lowry. He walked, had a run scored. Bases loaded, and a hit right here could really bust this one more open. It's kind of crazy to say that when you have a 4-0 lead in the top of the first, but a base hit here, anything to the outfield could really bust this game wide open. That one just misses outside. 2 balls, 2 balls, and no strikes on Lowry, excuse me. Smedley with the 2-0 pitch. This one is popped up, out of play, heading towards the bullpen. And my car's sitting over there. The 2-1. Floats outside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Lowry. Caleb Calvert in the on-deck circle. The 3-1. That's lined past the first baseman and into right field, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. They're going to wave him on home. Lowry's going to come to third. It is a 3 RBI triple for Journey Lowry. Richter comes on home. Gage comes home. Neuenschwander comes home. It is a 7-run first, and that is the first hit for the Panthers. Perfectly placed down the first baseline. Caleb Calvert steps in. He struck out his last time up. First pitch from Smedley is outside for a ball. Well, now that one's at the knees, according to the home plate umpire. The 1-1. This one is a ground ball right to shortstop, and it's off his glove and into center field. Lowry comes on home, and it's now 8-0. Panthers over Lions.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Jordan Andrews.
Roll that one E6. Andrew steps in. Walk and a run score. Which, until you get to McVan, is what I'm going to say for pretty much every player. All but one has reached this inning. First pitch to Andrews. That one is low. That hits him. That hits Andrews. He has now reached twice this inning. Calvert moves on over to second. That brings up Carson Sharp.
Number 23, Carson Sharp.
Walked in a run score. Calvert over at second base. Andrews over at first. Top of the first inning. 8-0 Panthers. 8-0 with 1 hit, 6 walks. An error, 2 hit by pitches. Schmedley ready. First pitch. Runners on the go. There's going to be no throw as the pitch is in there for a strike. So Calvert moves on over to third base. Andrews over to second. Sharp has tremendous power to the pull side. Wind in him just a little bit, but he gets a hold of one. He can really lift one out of here. Sharp in back of the box, slightly open stance. Runners at second and third. Throw back over to second base, and Andrews is back safely. The 1-1 from Smedley, and that one misses outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. That one misses. 3 balls, 1 strike on Sharp. He does have a base open. The 3-1. And Sharp lifts one to left field, but coming on its left fielder field, he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. The Panthers score 8 runs, 6 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 1 hit, and it was a bases clearing triple by Journey Lowry, where they send 13 batters to the plate. We will head to the bottom of the first inning with our score: Panthers 8, Lions nothing. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Keep it here. bottom half of the first inning here at Leander High School. Liberty Hill spotted themselves an 8-0 lead. And it's got to feel pretty good when you're on the mound and you're Tyler Dominguez and you've already got yourself an 8-0 lead. And you just got to hang out in the dugout the entire time. He's not batting tonight. He'll be throwing to Carson Sharp. Jordan Enders over at first base. Brady Gage playing second, as we have Chafes Davis playing third. Caleb Calvert playing shortstop. Grayson McVan in left field. In center field, Journey Lowry. And over in right field, Kobe Neuenschwander. So Smedley, who's on the mound right now, started the game in center field, looks at one outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch misses. Oh, it's in there for a strike on Smedley. Umpire didn't take too long. 1-1 pitch. That one is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one misses outside. It's a full countdown on Smedley. Dominguez works fast. Payoff pitch. That one is popped to second. In there to make the catch. And there is 1 away.
Number 7, Tyler Moorman.
Tyler Moorman steps in now as the sun has gone completely down. Looks much nicer out here. Wish I brought a sweater, honestly. That pitch misses low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the first, nobody on, 1 out. Panthers in front, 8-0. That one misses low. Two-0 pitch. That one's round up the middle. Shortstop gobbles it up. Throw over to first. Strong throw over to first in time. And there's 2 gone now. That brings up Davis.
Third baseman, number 15, Kevin Davis.
So that was Calvert over to Anders on that last out. Davis steps in now as he looks someone in there for a strike. No one. Cut on and missed. Maybe a little out in front in his 0-2. An 0-2. Ground ball. Right to short. Strong throw over to first in time. Once again, Calvert over the Andrews in time for the final out of the inning. Well, it's a nice, easy 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. After 1 complete, the score is still 8-0. Panthers over Lions. We'll take another break. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the second here at Leander High School. Last inning, the Panthers sent 13 to the plate.
Now batting is
So Davis will step in.
Chase Davis.
He was hit by a pitch, had a run score. All but one Liberty Hill batter reached last inning. All but two didn't. All but two scored. Davis reaching on a hit by pitch last time. Looks at one upstairs for a ball. Second game in the row, the Panthers have broken my scorebook, but I'll take it every time. 1-0 pitch. That one is hit to right center field. Going back on his center fielder. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Davis is going to wind up at second base with a leadoff double. Only the second hit of the night for the Panthers. Brings up Richter, walked and run score back in the first.
Number 7, Jackson Richter.
Richter waiting for his first pitch. Pops this one up. This is playable on the infield. First baseman underneath it in the infield territory makes the catch. For the first out of the inning, Brady Gage will step in now. The runner at second base and one out.
Number 12, Brady Gage.
That one catches the outside part of the zone and is 0-1 on Gage. Oh, 1. Foul back against the screen and almost got over the screen. It is 0-2. That leads 0-2 pitch. Is a ground ball right to short, gobbles it up, throws over to first in time. And there's 2 away now as Davis moves on over to third.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Kobe Neuschwander.
So Neuschwander steps in, walk and run score. First pitch to Neuschwander, an easy foul ball to the first base side. Neuschwander waiting for an 0-1 pitch, and that one misses just outside. Top of the second. Runner over at third base, 2 outs. Panthers in front, 8-0. 1-1. And that's at the knees for a strike. The 1-2. And that hits him. That hits Neuschwander. He's going to come on over to first base. McVan will step in. He struck out back in the first inning. He was the only batter to not reach back in that first inning. So runners at the corners, 2 gone. This one is popped up left field side, going back on as the third baseman. And they're going to run out of room. Not necessarily run out of room, they're going to not be able to catch up to it. The 0-1. That one bounces in there. Runners on the move. Pitches in there. And they're trying to set up a double steal. Throw back over to third base. And diving back safely is Davis. As Neuenschwander ends up over at second base. So McVan waiting for a 1-2 pitch. Runners at second and third. 1-2, and McVan swings low. Throw over to first will be in time to complete the strikeout. And that is the final out of the inning. Well, the Panthers get 2 on, but they're going to leave 2 stranded after 1.5 score. Panthers 8, Lions nothing. We'll take a quick break listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network.
Now batting the DH, number 14, Jax Ruin.
Jax Ruin began this night on the mound. GHing for himself tonight. As Dominguez's pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. They're going to ask did he swing. He did not, and it is 1-1. One pitch and is cut on and missed by Ruin. The 1-2 bounces in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two. And that misses outside. It is a full count on Ruin. Liberty Hill Panthers pitchers work fast as that one's in there for strike 3. First strikeout for Dominguez.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Brody Martin.
Martin steps in now. 1 away here, and that pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1. And Martin looks at another one in there for a strike. The 0-2. This is upstairs, and the 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two. That is in there for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dominguez. Both caught looking. 2 gone now for Field.
Now batting the left fielder, number 10, Kipton Field.
First pitch is in there for a strike on Field. A 1 pitch on the ground. Shortstop gobbles it up, throws it over to first in time. For the final out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the top of the third. Our score, Panthers 8, Lions nothing. We'll take another break. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Keep it here. Top of the third inning here. Liberty Hill High School. It's going to be the top of the order. Sorry, Leander High School. Journey Lowry will step in. Walk, 2-run score, and a triple. Oh, yeah, and 3 RBIs. That was just in inning number 1, by the way. I can't remember last time someone had a walk, a triple, and 3 RBIs in 1 inning. Lowry pops one to left field, and that's in no man's land. That's going to drop in for a hit. Lowry's going to try to make his way over second base. The throw in there is going to be not in time. Lowry avoids the tag. He has a triple and a double. In this game, he has reached twice. He reached 3 times, excuse me. Continuing his pace from last week, where he reached 3 times. Caleb Calvert steps in. Reached on error last time. Up, that was also back in the first inning. Also struck out. One 0 pitch. This one is lined to left field. Left fielder got turned around, and that's going to be off the wall. Lowry had to hold up. They're going to hold him over at third base. It is a double for Calvert. As Caleb Calvert hit that one hard, the left fielder Field lost it for a second there, and it bounced off the wall. Jordan Anders will step in, reached on a walk and hit by a pitch back in the first inning, has 1 run scored. 8 runs, 4 hits for the Panthers. First pitch to Andrews, and he's going to look at one low for a ball. One 0 pitch, ground ball, fouled, first base side. Runners at second and third. Lowry at third. Calvert over at second. 1-1 pitch to Andrews. He looks at one outside for a ball. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Two one. And that misses outside. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. Three one. Andrews pops this one up. Be playable on the first base side in foul territory. First baseman underneath it and makes the catch. The first out of the inning. Andrews just got underneath that one. Runners have to stay put. That brings up Carson Sharp. Walk and a run score and a line out to left field. One out after back-to-back doubles. First pitch to Sharp. Takes it outside for a ball. Wind has really died down. This one's popped up right field, the first base side. That's going to go onto the dugout, out of play. On one, Sharp hits one to right field. Going back on his right fielder, deep enough to bring in the run, makes the catch. Lowry will tag at third base. He'll come home, and it's 9-0 Panthers. Sacrifice fly for Sharp. Calvert moves on over to third base. Jace Davis steps in now. He had a double back in the second inning, the previous inning, as well as a hit by pitch and run score in the first. Davis looks someone in there for a strike. That one's fouled, out of play, heading towards the parking lot. And he's 0-2. Davis waiting for an 0-2 pitch from Smedley. Runner at third base. Here it comes. This one is popped up. Third base sign. That's going to get out of play and go into the dugout. Sorry, in the bullpen, excuse me. In fact, it gets Dominguez out of the way. Calvert over at third, 2 gone here in the top of the third inning. 1 run already across. The 0-2 pitch. This one is popped to left field side. That's going to land in fair territory. Another run's going to score as Davis will wind up at second with a double. Calvert comes home. It's now 10-0 Panthers. Since beginning district play, they have outscored their opponents 20-0. Panthers currently on a 7-game win streak. Richter steps in now. Looks someone inside for a ball. Richter walked and scored back in the first inning and popped up to first his last at-bat. Davis over at second. The 1-0. Well inside, and in fact it backs Richter off the plate. It is 2 balls, no strikes. That is low. The 3 balls, no strikes now on Richter. Brady Gage in the on-deck circle. 3-0 to Richter. Inside, ball 4. That is, I believe,
Low routed.
the
Base hit, number 10.
7th walk. I got the 8th walk, actually. Have 8th walk allowed by Leander pitching. Brady Gage steps in, and he hits one over the head of the first baseman into right field. They're going to hold everybody up. This Gage took a little bit of a slow trot to get to first. That's going to load him up for Neuenschwander. As Davis moves on over to third. Richter over to second. So bases loaded, 2 outs down for Neuenschwander. He's reached twice on a walk and hit by a pitch. Has 1 run scored.
Cody Neuenschwander.
Pitch to Neuenschwander is in there for a strike. Top of the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Panthers leading 10-0. The 0-1. That one's back up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the runner over at third base. As Davis comes on home, Richter thought about it, but he stops at third. Another run comes home. It is 11-0 Panthers. Richter at third, Gage at second, Neuenschwander over at first. As McVan, who has struck out twice tonight, steps up with the bases loaded. That one bounces in there. One 0 pitch is swung on and missed. Chase one outside. The Panthers potentially could send 10 batters to the plate for the second time this game. 1-1 pitch. As McVan checks his swing. Takes one low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Richter at third. Gage at second. Neuenschwander at first. Top of the third inning. 3 runs already across for the Panthers. They lead 11-0. Two one. Upstairs, good take by McVan, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike, and nowhere to put him. Three one. Takes it outside for ball 4. 9th walk allowed by Leander pitching. It's 12-0, and they're going to roll it back over to the top again, as I have a really busted up scorecard. Richter comes home. Gage moves on over to third. Neuenschwander to second. McVan, he reaches, and that means that every Liberty Hill batter has reached tonight. Journey Lowry steps in, who's had himself just a monster game so far. 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, a triple and a double. We're getting another new pitcher in for the Lions. I'm going to see who it is. It looks like that is number 18. That is Wyatt Hadell. Smedley will move on over. He'll go back. He'll go to the dugout. Wow. Adele gets warmed up here in the top of the third inning. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Laces, please. Haydel on the mound.
Now pitching for your Lions, number 1, Jackson Trimble.
Excuse me. Jackson Trimble, actually. Haydel did come out, but Trimble will be on the mound. Actually check something real quick. So Journey Lowry getting his 4th at-bat in 3 innings. First pitch received from Trimble. Fouls that one up the third base side. The 0-1. This is outside on Lowry. 1-1. Gage at third base. Neuenschwander at second. McVan over at first. Top of the third inning, 2 outs. That one misses low. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Lowry. Lowry reached twice back in the first inning. This is the second time this game he has had 2 at-bats in the same inning. He has a chance to reach all 4 times in 3 innings. 2-1 pitch. Misses upstairs. He's going to have a good look at it right here. It's a 3-1 count. Caleb Calvert on deck. Great one. This one is hit high and deep to right field, but able to get underneath as the right fielder. He makes the catch just shy of the warning track. And that's the final out of the inning. Well, Lowry gives it a ride, but the Panthers are going to leave the bases loaded. But after 2.5, they also lead 12-0. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Bottom of the third inning here at Leander High School. Leander's about to send 7, 8, and 9 due up. That is Trimble, Heritage, and Yamarillo. So, before we begin this inning, I just want to call attention to something that I've had a few fans bring up to me, especially last season. These broadcasts are only available 24 hours after the game is over. And then they will not be made available again until after the season is over. This is by request of the head coach.
Now batting, number 1, Jackson Trimble.
Jackson Trimble steps in. Dominguez spent a lot of time in the dugout, and it doesn't seem to affect him too much as he throws one high. 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. As that one on Trimble misses, it's now 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0. That is outside, ball 4.
Now batting number 8, Kellen Heritage.
Kellen Heritage stepping up to Careless Whisper. Hear that song, I just think of Josh Reddick. That was one of his walk-up songs before he changed it to the Ric Flair theme when he was in Houston. First pitch misses low, and is 5 straight outside the zone by Dominguez. 1-0 pitch, and he's able to get one over that time for a strike. One ball, one strike apiece. Runner over at first base, and that's Trimble. 1-1 pitch misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike on Heritage. Two one. That one's fouled out of play. Although Hendricks gave that a very good run, getting right in front of the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Heritage. Dominguez checks back the runner over at first base. The 2-2. That is ground. Dominguez up with it, throws over to first. In time, throw back over to second. The ball gets away. But it's going to allow Trimble to move on over to second. He's going to stay put. 1-3 on the put out.
Number 2, Dominic Jaramillo.
So Amarillo will step in now. Runner at second base, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Rio swings the bat around. Dominguez checks the runner. First pitch is at the top of the zone for a strike. The 0-1. Foul back against the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Checks back Trimble. 0-2 to Jaramillo. Popped up, out of play, right towards the parking lot. And we'll do it again. The 0-2. Checks his swing, actually fouls it at the plate. Another 0-2. Sharp flies the tag just to make sure, but that one misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 out. Runner at second base. Panthers lead 12-0. On 2, it's a ground ball. Dominguez up with it. Flips over to first in time. Another 1-3 put out. 2 gone. And we're back at the top of the order. It's Smedley lined out to second his last time up. Just make that Wyatt Haydell this time. He'll be stepping in. Adele getting his first at-bat. First pitch is a ground ball right to short. Up with it, throws it over in time. Snow cone. Actually, no, it got caught in his webbing of Andrews, but is still able to hold on to it. Well, they give up the walk, but they're going to leave one stranded. So after 3 complete, still 12-0, Panthers over Lions. We will take a break. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Well, top of the 4th inning. It's going to be Caleb Calvert, Jordan Andrews, and Carson Sharp due up here. Calvert with a double his last time up. And a run scored. First pitch. And that's back up the middle and through for a base hit. So Calvert's reached 3 times tonight, once on error and 2 hits. And Jordan Andrews steps in now. Walk and hit by pitch. That one gets away from Martin. It's going to allow Calvert to move on over to second base. So runner at second, 1-0 count on Andrews. Andrews looking for his first hit of the game. That one is low, 2 balls, no strikes. Now Martin's going to have a conversation with Trimble on the mound. Two-0 pitch. Upstairs on Andrews. 3 balls, no strikes. Carson Sharp on deck. Rio. That is low for another ball. And that's another walk. That is the, I believe, 9th walk allowed by Leander pitching. Carson Sharp, he is 0 for 2 with the walk and a run score. 1 sacrifice fly. Looking for his first hit. Nobody out here. the top of the fourth inning. 2 on. First pitch to Sharp is popped up and out of play. Sharp's 0-1 pitch. And that one's low. It's 1-1. Calvert over at second. Andrews at first. One. That bounces in there. Everyone will stay put. Two on to Sharp. That is a ground ball right to short. And I'm not sure if he even got the bag at second base. He did not. As the shortstop missed the bag at second, that's going to allow the runners to advance. Sharp is out on a sack. Make that a fielder's choice, whatever you want to call it. Thought for a second they might be able to get a double play. So Hudson Pryor is going to step in now, replacing Davis. Getting his first at-bat and a big RBI opportunity right here. So he looks someone in there for a strike. Pryor looks at another one in there for a strike. 0-2. Calvert at third. Andrews over at second. Waiting for an 0-2. Misses outside. One, two. Pryor fouls that one back. Stays alive. That pitch was a little bit high. And we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're waiting for a 1-2 from Trimble. And he lifts one to left field. Not sure it's going to be deep enough to score a run. They're not even going to try on this one. As Calvert will remain over at third base. And there are 2 gone now. We're going to see who's taking the at-bat here. And it will be Richter. Walked twice, 2 runs scored, and popped up to first. That is a ground ball foul at the plate. Trimble ready, runners at second and third. Top of the fourth. Victor looks at one low, gets away from Martin momentarily, but able to get underneath it. The 1-1. Ground ball. Shortstop has it. Throw over across the diamond in time for the final out of the inning. Well, for the first time tonight, the Panthers failed to score in an inning. Well, second time, I should say. They didn't score in the second inning. But the U.S. Bears they've had, nope. Also in the second inning. Either way, they still lead 12 to nothing. We will head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And we'll have a new pitcher in for the Panthers. It's going to be, looks like Tristan Trader will be coming in. So we'll take a break. You're listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Bottom of the fourth inning here.
Number 7, Tyler Moorman.
Mormon steps in. Tristan Trader is on the mound now, replacing Dominguez, who was masterful, only allowing the one walk. As Trader throws one over the plate for a strike. Mormon able to hold up. Top of the fourth, sorry, bottom of the fourth. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-1 to Mormon. As that one misses low, it is 2-1. A 2-1. That is in there for a strike. A 2-2. Fouled back against the screen. We'll do it again. Two. Cut on and missed for strike three. And Trader pulls the string on that one. Davis will step in now. Excuse me. We're going to check that one here. That is Mason Fields. Not to be confused with Kipton Field. This is Mason Fields with an S. First pitch to Fields is in there for a strike. Try to check his swing, didn't matter. As Trader tries to float one in there, but falls outside. It's 1-1. Another 1-1 pitch. That one misses low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Checks back at 2-1. And has cut on and missed by Fields. It is now 2-2. Two and cut on and missed. Second strikeout for Trader. 2 gone now for Ruin.
Number 14, Jax Ruin.
All right, then. That's a ground ball foul, third base side. Just going to comment on this because I thought this was kind of interesting. Bruins walk-up song, It Smells Like Teen Spirit, but over in the softball field, they're playing a game right now, and one girl's walk-up song was DMX, and it kind of worked really well with the opening rip, It Smells Like Teen Spirit. It kicked in right when the heavy part of the song kicked in. As a ground ball, third baseman can't quite pick it up, and he's just going to eat that one. That will most likely be ruled an error, and it is. First error on the Panthers, and there's one on now. Brody Martin will step in, struck out in his last at-bat. Pitch misses low and inside for a ball. The 1-0. Same spot, can't give him the chase. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0, and that's in there for a strike. Trader steps off the rubber. Two one. Fouled back is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Martin. Two-two. Ground ball foul at the third base side. Traders 2-2. As line into left field for a base hit. First hit allowed by the Panthers. As Bruin moves on over to second. That is the second straight game against the Lions where they had a no-hitter going into the 4th inning. And with 2 outs, they give up their first hit. Jaden Van Zandt getting him, setting in for his first at-bat, replacing Field. So far, in opening district play, in their 2 games against Leander, they have allowed 2 hits and they have scored 12 runs. Sorry, 22 runs, combined. That one misses inside. No pitch, and they're going to say he won around. It's 1-1. Bruin at second, Martin over at first. The 1-1. That one misses, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. And misses, 3 balls, 1 strike. Trader's able to get one over on the 3-1 count. It's now a full count on Van Zant. Payoff pitch. Can't hold up and chases one. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. Steps off the rubber, checks back the runner at second and Ruin. Payoff pitch. That's going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Grabbing at the center fielder, one run's going to score. And it's 12-1. Ruin comes on home. So Van Zandt gets a single, moves on over to third base as Martin. First run allowed by the Panthers in district play. Trimble steps in. He walked his last time up. Throw back over to first and back safely. Van Zandt. Fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. And that one's going to be floated to the right side, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Another run's going to score. Goes behind the runner. And it's now 12-2.
Now batting, number 8, Kellen Heritage.
Kellen Heritage steps in now. Grounded out to the pitcher's last time up. Pitch Heritage is in there for a strike. Bounces in there. It's 1-1. One. Fouled away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Heritage. All the hits coming with 3 runs, so 2 outs in the inning after Trader had back-to-back strikeouts. And then an error on the third baseman. Uncharacteristic. 1-2, and they got him. Trader able to come back and pick up the strikeouts, 3 in the inning, but the Lions score 2. And we'll head to the top of the 5th. Our score, Panthers 12 and the Lions 2. Listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the 5th inning here at Leander High School. The scorebook is really messed up. My goodness.
Now batting number 6, Caden Galvin.
So we're going to get Caden Galvin coming in for Gage. Galvin looks someone in there for a strike on Trimble. Galvin waiting. The 0-1 takes one upstairs. One pitch. Bounces outside. It is 2 balls, 1 strike. Do one on Galvin. And that one misses. It is 3 balls, 1 strike. Trying to see if we have anyone new in the on-deck circle. Wait for him to turn his back towards me. 3-1. Inside ball 4. That's the 10th walk allowed by Leander today. So now we're going to have for 21, that's going to be Colton Carpenter.
Number 21, Colton Carpenter.
Score the way it is. You can have some new batters come in. Get some good at-bats right here as Carpenter looks at one outside for a ball. One-0. Looks that one right in there for a strike. Galvin over at first base, top of the 5th, nobody out. Go back over to first, and diving back safely is Galvin. One pitch, and this one is hit hard and deep to center field, but right there's the center fielder able to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Well, Carpenter gave that one a ride. But
Batting number 5, Hunter Boyd.
Hunter Boyd will step in now, replacing McVade. First pitch to Boyd. Looks that one low and outside for a ball. 1 out, runner at first base. That's Galvin. Big lead by Galvin. This one is popped up. First base side. They're going to give it a look. That's going to land well out of play. Go back over to first. Galvin back safely. Boyd still waiting for a 1-1 pitch. Galvin with a big lead And that one's in there right at the knees for a strike. It is 1-2. One gone here in the top of the fifth. Throw over to first and diving back. Now is a little bit closer, too close for comfort for Galvin. Boyd waiting for a 1-2. That one just misses. 2 balls, 1 strike on Boyd. Don't believe them to send Journey Lowry back to the plate for a 5th at-bat, but we'll see. This is a ground ball right to short. Flips over second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play. Can you believe that? It is a 1-2-3 top of the 5th, a 6-4-3 double play. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The Panthers 3 outs away from a second straight run roll victory in district play. We're going to take one last break, or hopefully one last break, and we'll be back listening to Liberty Hill Baseball on Vype Media Network. Well, on the bottom of the 5th inning, we're going to have, I mentioned that he does this every now and then, Carson Sharp is going to get on the mound and try to close this one out. Sharp started the semifinal game against Kingswood Park in Sugar Land. It was the last game of the season, ended up being the last game of the season. They lost by 1 run.
Now batting, number 2, Dominic Jaramillo.
I think Sharp really does kind of excel in these situations. He's a hard throwing right-hander. You can see right there, and that one is kind of scary looking going in there. Although it misses inside. One is low. 2 balls, no strikes on Amarillo. Foul at the plate. This throw back to the mound just kind of goes off of Sharp's glove. So Amarillo waiting for a 2-1. Nobody out, bases empty. Pitch from Sharp. That is cut on and missed. Sharp just bringing the heat right there. Much as I love watching people try to mix that with some curveballs, there is just nothing quite like a good old-fashioned fastball sometimes. The 2-2 pitch, and that is cut on and missed. Chase one outside.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Wyatt Haydell.
So Haydell will step in. First pitch, and he swung on and missed. Oh, 1. That one misses. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch misses. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Haydell. Two, 1. Able to catch this part of the zone. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Haydell. Sharp leg kick and the delivery. And gets in the chase for the second out of the inning. It's 2 outs. Last hope right now for the Lions, Tayton Cortez. I think they were playing the wrong walk-up song. It was going on for a bit longer than they expected. It smells like Teen Spirit. I think it's actually Mormon's walk-up song, but first pitch from Sharp as inside. No, it comes back over the plate. Sharp walked off the game on Tuesday night with a base hit to center field. Now trying to close it out here on the mound. He is 1 strike away from doing just that. Cortez calls time. Sharp's 0-2 pitch. Lined right to the third baseman, and that will do it. For the second straight game, the Panthers ruled the Leander Lions. They began district play 2-0. They are on an 8-game winning streak. They outscore them in this 2-game set 12 runs to 2. Sorry, I keep getting this messed up. 22 runs to 2. They win this game 12 runs to 2. They only allowed 4 hits in that span. They walked 9 times today and had 8 base hits. And in the first inning, just want to point out again, this is one of the wildest stats you're ever going to hear. They had 8 runs on 1 hit, and 3 RBIs came from their first batter. So just a crazy first inning, but they got the job done as they win by a final of 12-2. They'll be back next week against Rouse. Unfortunately, I won't be there for those 2 games. Those games are in the middle of spring break. Unfortunately, though, I have a 9 to 5. So I'll be able to join you for those games, as the games are at 1 p.m. But that's going to be a big series. I'm a little ashamed I cannot catch those games, but hopefully it's going to be all good. That'll do it from us here at Leander High School. I'd like to thank Les Cleary for providing quality assurance. Student Venkat, our technical director. And I'd like to thank people here at Leander High School, especially those on the, and I know Merle's going to be saying this, those on the other broadcasts, the SCHN network, for helping me get everything set up here. They're very polite. Big shout out there to Chuck. And for you for tuning in, I'll catch you all on the next broadcast I'm there for. Hope you tune in for Rouse's game. My name is Brian Reed. I'll see you next time. Have a good evening.